Angela's Ashes, Part 2. Part 2 starts off with Frank at school. Frank is 9 years old and he's in the 4th class. His teacher, Mr. O'Neill, has a fetish for Euclid, geometry, and apples. He rewards his students with an apple when the answers to his questions are satisfactory. Frank's father, Malachi, still has his same habits of drinking all the money away, leaving the family without their necessities. Frank lands a job helping his uncle to deliver papers in order to bring money in for the family. However, after a man tries to fight Frank and his uncle, he is let go and is told that he should be in school, not working. About this time, Frank's mother was pregnant and was preparing to deliver the new addition to the family. It was a baby boy, and his name was Alphonsus Joseph. Frank laughs at his name and calls it stupid because it was foreign. He is met with his mother's hand slapping across his face. Frank says he has to resist the urge to cry because he is the man of the house. Due to his father's absence, Frank is obliged to step up to the role his father has left behind. Frank is not invited to the baby's baptismal, but is allowed to be at the reception for a bun and some lemonade. Frank is now 10 and is getting ready for his confirmation. The day before this event, Frank gets in trouble. He gets caught spying on the sisters of a boy named Quasimodo. His mother is furious and takes him straight to the priest for a confession so he'll be able to attend his confirmation. During the confirmation, Frank falls ill and has to go home and rest for the rest of the day. He bleeds through his nose for many days due to the absence of his doctor. Once the doctor comes back in town, he is diagnosed with typhoid and is rushed to the hospital where he stays for many months. Frank's recovery took many months, long enough for him to turn 11. He reads many stories and poems that are available to him in the hospital. He meets a girl named Patricia who is also sick, but is prohibited to talk to her. Once he is able to return home, he was delighted. However, home in his mind was not as great as he remembered. In the hospital, he was never hungry, bathed regularly, and the sheets on the beds were changed every day. At home, there was barely any food, and there were fleas everywhere he laid. After a few days of rest, Frank was able to go back to school. He is told that he has to retake the 5th year, which is the class his younger brother Malachi is in. This angers him because he was older and did not want to be in the same class as his little brother. After a few weeks, Frank is moved up to the 6th class when he is told to do a writing assignment by Mr. O'Dea, the 5th class teacher, assigns him. His ability to write bumps him up to the proper grade. The income of the family is still not promised due to Malachi not being able to hold a job. News spreads that jobs in factories are being offered in England. At first, Malachi does not want to go, but after his wife threatens that she'll go herself, Malachi agrees to leave and find work. The family gets inside it because for the first time in forever, they'll be able to eat. The money was going to be used for the necessities the family needed. However, no money was filled to the family for weeks. Frank's mother, Angela, is struggling to feed everyone, but refuses to get money from the dispensary. She thinks it is an embarrassment to get aid from public assistance. She receives news that Malachi is drinking all the money away again. This breaks the heart of the family, for they knew that the job meant a better life. It was hoping that their father would change with this future in mind. Frank gets an eye infection and returns to the hospital. After hearing the news of Malachi drinking and Frank's eye infection, Angela goes to the dispensary for help. Once Frank is over his infection, Angela, his mother, gets pneumonia. Frank resorts to stealing in order to get food for the family. During this time, they are not attending school, which the school responds by telling their grandmother. Malachi comes back from England when he gets a distress letter about what has been going on. However, after a few days, Malachi returns back to England. He sends one paycheck in order to help out, but after that, he does not send any more. Angela does not want her boy to steal, so she goes to the dispensary once again. She also begins to beg for food as a last resort, which brings shame to Frank as he sees his mother.